Hi everyone, this is Marty Murphy of tappingreallyworks.com, and we're coming to session 2 on the beating ourselves up, something very near and dear to my heart. And as I said in the first video, as I work with clients, I just see it's within every one of us. And it's really true in a lot of ways. We are our own worst enemies. And I had chatted about the idea that when there's people in our lives maybe that are saying things to us or doing things to us that just feel not good, and we're wondering, why is this happening or this and that, as hard as this is to admit, I just know for myself, I wouldn't have those people in my sphere if it wasn't mirroring or reflecting something that's going on inside of me. And it's not to say that what someone else does is okay. It doesn't make it right or okay. It just means we have more work to do. There's more for us to do on our more inner work. So we did a tapping video the first time on just the initial, just beating myself up. I'm hard on myself. Somebody says it to me once, I say it to myself 1,000 times. And I wanted to progress this forward a little bit, but we'll start with kind of getting back into that, even though I beat myself up or I'm hard on myself. So just tap along with me and start on the karate chop. Even though I see that I have this pattern of beating myself up, and I can use other people to do it, and I don't like to admit that. I choose to love and honor myself anyway. Even though I see this pattern, I get in arguments, I feel belittled, and I hate it. I choose to love and honor myself and all of my feelings about this. Even though I see this pattern that I have, I use other people to beat myself up. And it's not to say what they do is okay. And it doesn't make it right. But I want to take ownership for my part in this and set myself free. Go to the eyebrow. This beating myself up. It seems like I've done it forever. And it can be so subtle. Saying things like I should have, I wish I wouldn't have. Why did they say that to me? Why were they so mean to me? And I feel so victimized when I see it that way. But what if how I could start to see this is just that I'm learning more about me, how I'm hard on me. Because I don't think these people would be in my life and be saying these things if it wasn't in my consciousness. And I don't want to blame myself for that. I learned this well. And I learned it early in life. but I want to set myself free. Because much as I try, and much as I'd like to, I can't change them. I can only change me. What if I can start to let go of my part in this? To disengage, to walk away, to give myself some space. When I'm in it, that feels impossible. But what if I can just start? And just do it a little bit better each time. And celebrate my victories and my little wins. And notice my progress. That would feel so much better. I can do that. Just take a baby step and notice the little wins. It's another beginning. Take a deep breath. And again, go back and tap on that as many times as you need to kind of keep moving us forward in this. And that is something I am really learning too, is to just take it step by step. And I have said this before. I listen to Abraham Hicks, and they talk about we cannot make the leap from depression to excitement. It's too big of a leap. We can't do it. We have to move ourselves up this emotional scale. And I thought that applies to really anything. We probably can't change a pattern that we've had overnight. I'm sure there's around somewhere on the planet, there's people that have been able to do that. But I'd say for many of us, it can be more of a challenge, particularly if it's a deeply rooted part of ourselves that just has so many layers to it. So if we just notice our little wins, like, you know what, I did walk away this time, or I caught myself before I got into that, apologize for that. And I just caught myself this time and I stopped it. And I really did better. That would feel great. And I think if we keep building on the little wins, we're just going to keep noticing more and more progress forward. And it'll build on itself and it'll give us momentum. So keep tapping and keep practicing. I'm sure if you're like me, you'll get plenty of opportunities to practice with people in your life to detach and drop your end of the rope, as my mentor Carol Look says, and just let go as much as you can, a little bit each day. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next session.